Bazama manje
Good morning. Good
Hello,
morning.
good morning.
Morning. So it's 9 o'clock. I will get started with the meeting.
Okay.
I hope you can all hear me. So, hi everyone. My
Hi.
name is Duduzile Kubeka, and I am based at the South African Astronomical Observatory, and I'm part of the team that's working on the Olympiads program. I'm joined by other colleagues, and but not everyone is here, so you'll get a chance to meet us over time. But yes, so the whole point of today's meet is to just talk about the plan for the next steps as far as the Olympiad is concerned, and then give you an opportunity as well to ask questions. So to start off, I think yeah, the 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 test, yes. Wait, before we actually get to the test, the background of the whole Olympiad thing. I'm pretty sure a lot of you are already have participated in the other Olympiads or Astro Quiz competitions that we have in the country. But for astronomy, this is the first one that we are rolling out this year. So this, I would say pilot phase because we have not yet done an astronomy Olympiad. And the reason for this is in South Africa, we have astronomy is growing at a very large scale, where we even have infrastructure, large infrastructure that is being built, in South Africa. I think I'm sure there's a lot of learners here, so I want to just give a chance. Like, do you know the infrastructure I'm talking about? I'm thinking everyone who's here is here because they really love astronomy and they maybe take time to find out about astronomy, at least in the country. So, can anyone tell me what infrastructure we have in South Africa related to astronomy? Any takers?
Hi.
Yes, you can just speak, it's fine.
Okay, well, I'm not really sure, but I know that they are building something in the Northern Cape. They're building like these infrastructure where they can read, like it uses radio waves, and they're building something there.
Okay, no, that's good enough for me. Thank you so much. So, yes, you are right. They are building a telescope in the Northern Cape. It's in Carnarvon, and you are right on the radio waves. That's a radio telescope. It's called the SKO, the Square Kilometer Array Observatory. But on the same site, there already are existing radio telescopes called Meerkat that have been operating for years, proudly South African owned and built, and is world class, you know? And then there's another one that is situated in Sutherland, still in the Northern Cape, which is called SALT. So that's a very big optical telescope. The difference now is with the one in Sutherland, that one is not on is not like is observing on the optical wavelengths. I imagine the grade 10s at least would understand the electromagnetic spectrum and see where the different where the different wavelengths are. So the optical telescope is observing at those optical or visible light or optical waves. But anyway, that just shows you those are really big infrastructure that we have in the country. There's many others that are hosted. I just mentioned the two big ones, but there's many others that we have, and they are participating in world-class science here in our background. And we do realize that a lot of this is happening, and a lot of people in the country do not know about it. So this is one way of communicating the science that we do with the people of the country, and also to try and build that capacity so that when you learn about it now in the phase that you are in your schooling career, you make informed decisions as you advance. And if you really are so interested in it, you could possibly even pursue a career in this space. And so this is really just that opportunity. We understand not everyone will be an astronomer, and they don't have to be, but at least they would know about the opportunities that exist. And if they do decide they want to be an astronomer, then they would know how to approach those opportunities and get into those spaces. So with this Olympiad, we are trying to do that, where we provide you with the exposure to astronomy and the basic concepts of astronomy. And I mean, even though only a few would eventually make it to Cape Town, they would then get to be exposed to the infrastructure. But we want to try and see in the following years, because this is going to be it's a full, a long program, not just this year and then we're done. We all always try and see how to improve and make it a better experience for all learners and schools in the country so that more people benefit. And we are talking about future plans where we would like to, if we, since we cannot obviously bring everyone to Cape Town, maybe see if we can rotate. This year we hosted in Joburg, the next year it's hosted in the Eastern Cape, the other year in Northwest. That gives people the chance to see the different infrastructure we have in the country, or even try and take maybe the top performing groups in the different provinces to their nearest sites to explore that. So these are still idea phases, and we will also, after the program, we will send out some feedback forms and allow you as the learners and teachers to inform what you would like to experience, going forward in programs such as these. So it will be a process where we are building this together and we are making informed decisions to make sure we are all benefiting, and it's an impactful exercise for you. So that's the long and short of what we are trying to achieve with this program. And we are working with a lot of organizations involved in astronomy in the country, as well as the different astronomers who inform the content that we develop and the activities that we present. But for this year's one, then the plan is we will do the online test. Lebu will come in and talk more about the online test, but we will do the online test. After the online test, then we will select based on the performance there, and we'll only select a very few learners per province. Unfortunately, we do not have all the money in the world. It would be nice to host bigger numbers, but this year it won't be too big of the people who'll be selected. And then we will start contacting, we will definitely let everyone know of the performance and you'd know your results. And then the high performers, we would then take them and start making arrangements for the camp. During the camp, then the learners will get the opportunity to see the local infrastructure that we have, be at the observatory. The event will be hosted at the South African Astronomical Observatory, and we'll also get a chance to go through to the South African Radio Astronomical Observatory and the Square Kilometer Array Observatories and the nearest planetarium. But also, will be a chance to learn more astronomy related content where you'd have just short lecture series by the different astronomers that we work with, so that you also get a chance to meet actual astronomers working in the space and ask whatever questions you want to ask and let them share their experiences with you as well. And then what will happen also immediately after the online test is that we want to introduce a component of a science fair. If for those who've done like XCOM Expo and the likes, this is when you'd work on a practical project. So we would like, as soon as the tests are done, the online one would let you know, then you can start working on the practical test, especially for those who will be coming through to Cape Town. And then during the time in Cape Town, we will have a day dedicated to the science fair where you'll showcase your different activities. But before Cape Town, we will also try and connect you with the different astronomers who can help you develop your project as you move along with it. So we'll definitely keep in contact and share all the communication that we have. And then at camp, we will also then have another test that would be written there based on the content that would have been taught at camp. But it will also be available before camp online so that you still have access to the resources and training material. And then that's what will happen. Like I said, this is a pilot phase. The long-term goal also, in addition to exposing the learners to astronomy and the field, is that maybe from next year or the year afterwards, we would like to take the group, the grade at grade 11, and if possible, a few grade 12s to represent South Africa in the international Olympiads. And so the reason we've started it with grade 8 to 10 this year is so that it's people who can grow with the program and already be exposed to them to astronomy. And then as the years advance, we can introduce more complex concepts. But for now, we will start off easy so that we're not trying to intimidate you about astronomy. We want you to see that it's there, it's accessible for you, and you can learn, take it step by step. And then as we, as when by the time we are able to have grade 11s who would grow with the program, then would introduce those concepts so that they'd be able to participate at international level. But it is a work in progress. It will also really rely heavily on how we do and also the reporting, which is going to be very important so that we can report back to the institutions as well as the Department of Science, Technology and Innovation so they can see the benefit of the program as well as SASTA, as see the benefit of the program and be able to support it further going forward. So yeah, like I said, it's a work in progress and we are really trying to make this work. So if there are any faults, please do bear with us. It is really the pilot phase, but we are working so hard at improving it. At the heart of this program is just making sure astronomy is accessible to all, and we will do that one step at a time. I think I've said a mouthful now. We don't want to keep you too long in the meeting. It's also a Saturday. We understand that. So I'll hand over to Lebu now, who can tell you more about the platform where you have the resources and as well as the test. Lebu, you can go ahead.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Tidu. Hi everyone. My name is Mulebohelo Kulwane, and I'll just take you through the platform that we have our resources on. Right. I hope that each and I hope all of you had a chance to go through the platform itself. But if not, I think this is exactly why I'm here. Right. And I'll just share my screen shortly. Uh, Okay, okay. So this is the learning platform management that we have, and we have different dashboards on this, right? And I'll show you how to then sign in as a learner on the platform itself. We don't have a dashboard for teachers, but this is primarily based for the students, right? So you'll find your learning material on the platform itself, right? So this is the landing page that you'll get once you get onto the platform itself. We have shared the link to this, but we can also share it again, right? So since you don't have an account, the first thing you do is sign up, right? So you'll come down there. Sorry, maybe I might be too fast. So you come down here where it says to don't have an account, sign up, right? And then you click that. And then you have two ways on how to sign up, right? You can either sign up with your email address by manually putting your email address in, right? So you'll do something like this. So you manually do something like this where you put your email address and then whatever you want your password to be, right? And then you set your password to whatever it is, and then you click on sign up. Alternatively, you can also sign up with Google, right? You can click on sign up with Google, and it shows you the different accounts that you have with Google, and you can select either one of them. And then since I've already this, you can select one of them, and what it does is then it then asks you to verify this, and then you learned on this page, right? So you'll see we have different dashboards on the platform itself, and then this is the one that is relevant to you, right? The one that's written Olympiad, right? You'll then click on Olympiad, and then click on continue, right? So this then comes brings you to the learner dashboard in this case, right? So this is where all the learners will find all their learning material, as well as do the quiz, the first test on, right? So this is on your left hand side. This is where you find all the different learning materials, right? So we have six different components on this part. So this is where you find the content. So if you click on the introduction to astronomy, you'll find just a brief overview of what this content is about, as well as the different textbooks that you then need for the material itself, right? So we also have some resources that you can also have a look at, right? And we also have a PDF version of what is in there, right? So this will give you a brief overview of the different topics, and it has links that you should also follow as well, right? These are clickable links. You can either interact with them on the platform, or you can download this and work offline, right? So all of these links will direct you to all the different additional materials that we have identified for the different course, right? So if you want, please do download these different PDFs, because I think they would be useful for later on, right? And yeah, so just get through all of them and watch that. I think the learners can interact with all of these. We really tried making it much simpler for the learners to then digest, right? So this is all on what's this on the learning material, how to access the learning material. I don't know if there's questions in terms of accessing the learning materials so far.
Excuse me, sir.
Sure, go ahead.
So I just wanted to ask, what's the whole link like when you go to Google? What is the first link you're gonna search up?
So for now, this is not in fact it is. So I think maybe search BRICS astronomy learning management system, right? So BRICS astronomy learning management system, right?
Yes.
Oh, here, right? And then this is the one that comes up first.
Mm-hmm.
So and then you click on the link, it takes you to the platform itself.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, perfect. Sure. Any other question? I guess I'll take your silence as we're all on the same page in terms of just accessing the learning materials, right?
Sorry.
And then, sorry, what was that?
Uh, I have a quick question. I just have a quick question about the quiz on the information. Um, Not all of them had answers attached to them, and it still has a bit of technical difficulty regarding if the correct answer is selected, the system will tell me it's incorrect.
So,
The Yeah, that's my
oh, you're
question.
referring to, you're referring to the quiz that is here, right? This one,
Yeah.
right? Okay, yeah. These quizzes are still empty because we didn't put any questions on them, right? So you can still ignore these ones. These when building the platform itself, I had in mind that we'll take some sort of questions from the material itself, and then have like quizzes that the kids can interact with once they're done with the material itself, right? But because of the time frames, we weren't able to get to the quizzes that would prepare the kids for the material, right? But what we'll do is that I guess I'll give you an overview of the actual test of what it will what it will look like. It will be something similar to this, just on a different level. So these ones you can ignore. So all of them have these quizzes, but all of them are empty for now. right?
Okay, thank you so much.
Right. Okay, perfect, perfect. Any other questions?
No.
Okay. Okay. No, that's fine. I guess we can then move on to the test that you'll write in the following week, right? So it's still on the same platform, right? But it just would be something different. So the platform itself now looks something like this. But what we have done is that we've incorporated a different standalone assessment for the test itself, right? So it'll definitely look like something like this. This I've taken you. You still see my screen, right? I'm sharing a different thing now.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So this I've taken you through in terms of how to sign up for the platform, right? You should be okay with signing up for the platform. And on the day of the quiz, your platform would look something like this, right? So there'll be this toggle between the course and the Olympiad test, right? And for you to then go to the test itself, you'll have to click on this toggle that says Olympiad test, right? And then it'll take you to something similar to this, right? So it'll take all the material away, and what you'll see is this small block that's written Olympiad test, and then there'll be the name of the test, and it'll show you that you haven't started the test, right? And then if you click on the test itself, uh, the test will appear, right? So you should see something like this. It will tell you when the test opens and when it closes, the duration as well, and as well as the number of questions, right? And then you should see a start button as well on your right. And if you click on that, it should look something like this, right? Where it'll give you the question as well as four different possible answers, I guess, for that question, right? And then the learner would then click on, I guess, the one they seem as correct, right? So how we've built the system in terms of just also mitigating cheating as well, right? I think we realize that if it's an online test, I think we also have to mitigate cheating as well, right? So the system itself is able to recognize when the student leaves the site as well, right? So I guess as teachers, I think you just have to be aware in terms of just not allowing the kids to essentially cheat, I guess, so that I guess you also help them in performing well, because I think once they get to the second round, I think things would be much more difficult, and if they didn't do well, or if they cheated in the first round, and then they'll probably struggle in the second round, right? So I guess we've built the system to make sure that it mitigates cheating in a way, so it reads when the student leaves the site and when they come back, right? So yeah, it definitely look like something like this. We have your next and previous on the bottom. So meaning that they can answer questions anywhere how, right? So you can start with at the end and go back, right? They're able to flag the question as well, where if they're having difficulty, they don't have to sit on the question. They can just simply click on flag question, and what it'll do, it'll color the question differently, right? It'll be a yellow question here at the top where there's questions 1, 2, 3. It will be a different color, and they can always come back to the question once they're done, right? And then so this is so if it's green like this means that they answered the question, and then if it's yellow means that they flagged the question. They can always come back to the quiz itself. So this is timed. So meaning that once the timing is complete, the test will automatically save, and then submit the quiz to us, and then immediately give them feedback in terms of how they've performed, right? And then lastly, I think there's a click submit here if they finish before time, right? And then once they're done with the test, this is what it should look like. Your test has been submitted successfully, and then you've scored
Excuse me,
whatever
sir.
amount.
Uh,
Yeah.
I was just wondering because our subject teacher told us that we should expect other subject topics to appear in the test. So I was just wondering, are we only gonna be tested on astronomy, or is there like other subjects that we should expect in the test?
So this will just be based on astronomy. So the five different contents that are on the platform itself. So the questions will be based on those six modules I just showed you. So this will be
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah.
Can I also add that, I mean, like with astronomy, it does cover basics also of like mathematics, physics, a bit of chemistry. So that would be applicable as well, right?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. I think I'm done with the platform itself. I don't know if I think we can open the floor and take questions.
Oh, sorry, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead.
I just wanted to know how much time will we be given to write the test? Because I know high school we have to practice. If you're given a test for 1 hour, you should practice how to write in that 1 hour. So, how much time are we going to be given?
So it definitely would be some, maybe Dudu can also help. I think we have about 50 questions, and I think the time would probably be between 50 minutes and an hour. I'm not too sure about the exact amount of time, but it'll probably be something like a minute per question.
So
Thank you.
which time are we writing the test? Is it next Saturday when exactly 9 again?
The test we had thought it would be on the 27th, which is Thursday in the afternoon. But I think we can discuss that with you and find out what would be the best day. The reason for thinking Thursday is because there were schools that had asked if they could write this test on a school day, but outside of the schooling hours, but still during the time when learners could be at school and the teachers could help them sit properly and set up. So that was reason number one for thinking Thursday. And then Saturday would be if you really like today you're not going anywhere like school and you could do it on the day. So I don't know. Maybe let's hear it. Let me hear. Can I just get feedback from the group that is here? I don't know. Maybe let me do a poll because I don't think
Hello?
everyone can reply, right?
Uh,
Okay.
I think we should make a poll on the group so people can just vote which day is easier for them.
I have a
Okay, I'll create
question.
the poll. Yes,
Can I
yes.
Yeah,
also
maybe Thursday. Thursday's gonna be good because some of us live far from our home, so that's cool.
Okay.
Hi. Um, I think
so that
Thursday would be better
congratulate them?
because it will allow educators to be part of the process as well. Um,
The Fridays.
and also to ensure that there is no
What?
cheating during this
Okay.
process.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with you.
Okay. All right. Thanks so
I
much,
have a
everyone.
question. But I
Sorry,
think
I just have
also
a
Thursday will be
question.
perfect.
I think I can't hear
Hello?
anyone now because everyone is speaking at the same time. So maybe let's do
Hi.
this now to handle the questions. Please raise your hand and then I'll choose. I'll ask. I'll ask people to speak when I view the hands. For example, now when you're done speaking, take down your hand so that we can allow, others to speak. So I'll read from the top on my screen. Rosalia's hand is up. So Rosalia, you may speak. And then after Rosalia will be Bethany.
Okay, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Um, I was suggesting that the Thursday it's fine because in our school most of the learners will not have internet connection at their homes or gadgets, so we can borrow them our gadgets and connect them with Wi-Fi in our school. So please let us be considerate of such when we choose when to write the Olympiads. Thank you so much.
Okay, all right. Thanks so much, Rosalia. Bethany?
Somebody in the group chat asked if we were allowed to use calculators. So I just wanted to ask if we're allowed to use tools like that to help us with the test, or is it just our brains that we are allowed to use?
Yes, definitely. Please do bring a calculator when you're going to do the test. You are allowed to use a calculator.
Okay, thank you.
All right. And then I think I must note I hadn't been like responding to the questions on the chat, so I'll look at those after these hands, ne? Please take down your hands after you've been responded to, but then I'll also address the questions on the chat. And then I think one thing I did not mention during my time of like talking is teacher involvement, which is very, very important. And I'm sorry I did not emphasize that part. But We are also, as part of developing the whole program on astronomy Olympiads, we are trying to also develop a big component of teacher training as well, to make sure that teachers are also trained on the on concepts that we are teaching, but also so that they too get the exposure to the various infrastructure that we have. And so during camp, we'll obviously have some teachers, right, accompanying the learners. That would be communicated with the schools. And then when with the teachers that are accompanying the learners to camp are there, the plan is to also make sure that there's a program dedicated for teacher training during the learners camp. So we'll share more details about that. And yeah, we'll also again, like the same way we're doing with the learners in the coming years, also try and make sure there are more programs developed with the different schools and the different teachers. But yes, thank you so much. The next hand is Miss N. Ismail.
Hi. I just wanted to know what time are we writing the paper? Do we have a specific time period? Like, could we write it during the exam? Like, is the portal going to be open from 8 o'clock until 7 o'clock the evening? 8 o'clock the morning till 7 the evening.
Ah, we had ideally wanted to open it at a specific time for
Okay,
the people to write. And I think let's share that. We'll share that midweek. The option number one
okay,
was Thursday. I think we'd propose 3:30 or 3 p.m. for the test, for that hour. And then
okay.
looking at the numbers, it seems there's just far too many numbers. So we were also thinking of splitting by groups, maybe like by provinces, and we would know maybe
Mm,
Gauteng is writing on Thursday and the other one will write on Friday. But we're also trying to look at how the best way to make sure that happens. But we'll definitely communicate. Let me say by Tuesday you should know. But Thursday is the set date. For now, please look
okay.
at Thursday as the set date. But yeah, let's see how that works. But afternoon Thursday, I think from the responses it seems everyone is agreeing to doing it on Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, thank
If
you
if
so much.
if not everyone writes on the Thursday, it would still be
Mm,
a midweek test in the
mm,
afternoon. Yes. To
okay.
make sure. We did not want to disturb the schooling time. That's why we did it in the afternoon. So it doesn't
Okay,
clash with the.
thank you. Okay, thank
Okay,
you so
thank you.
much.
Thank you, Mrs. Smile. Refilwe, you may speak, Refilwe.
Oh, thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
With yes, ma'am. With regard to the date, I think Thursday best suits us all, as some of us has already prepared our computer labs for the learners to write the test. What we were waiting for is just the time. If that can be,
Okay.
yes, it will be lovely. But also, what I wanna address is on the modules content.
Yeah.
So my learner said they had a problem with every module there's a quiz that they're supposed to take just to ensure that um they know what they're studying or they actually understand or how questions will likely be asked. But
Mm-hmm.
some of those quizzes are unable to open them. So I was wondering if you could clarify that.
Okay, I'm noting that. I will check it and then we'll send feedback.
All
I'll
right.
note. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, ma'am. The next hand, it's Chandra. Yes, Chandra.
Morning. It's actually based on the question that the previous lady just said about the quizzes. I know that Lebu said that the quizzes aren't available. You guys didn't have enough time to kind of upload that. But he said he's going to send us an overview or give us at least an overview
of what we need to focus on, for example, like the quizzes. But my question is, where is he going to send that information? I know you said you're going to get back, but I know also you addressed that question to say that you guys didn't have enough time to actually upload the quizzes. So if you can just maybe say where he's going to send it, is it going to go to the designated emails where we've been receiving communication, just so that I can be on the lookout for that?
Yes, definitely. We'll definitely share all information on email. I think that's the best way of communicating so far, for now at least. Uh, but we are building, I mean, it's probably not relevant for this round of test, but we are also working on a website where we can also, just all the different announcements, latest information, those will be posted going forward. But most pressing to you, obviously, is information about the upcoming test. So we will send emails
Yes.
with
Okay.
all
Thank
the.
you so much.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, ma'am. Oh my word, I'm worried. The hands they keep going up and up. uh, one delay. Yes, one delay. Okay, one delay.
Hello. I wanted
Yes,
to
yes.
ask if is it I think most of us should write Thursday because if on Thursday afternoon most of us will be still at school and some of us have like Wi-Fi connection problems at home. So I think Thursday would be a best day. That was my suggestion.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Thanks, Wandile. Yes, I think we know Saturday is not a consideration anymore. I think let's clarify that. It will certainly be Thursday. What I must emphasize is when we check through, because there were some late requests from other provinces and all of that, and that's why we right now are unsure of the numbers. But we will be sure latest by Tuesday. And if the best approach is to have to split the groups, we will communicate that this group writes on Thursday, this group writes on Friday, for example, right? But it will certainly be midweek. For now, I think according to our plan, it is clear that the test will be Thursday. If anything changes, we will let you know, but we will try and make sure it's not anything that inconveniences you. If there's an issue with whatever you communicate, then please do share, respond, and ask. I'll also provide, I think from going forward, when we do send that communication on Tuesday, we will give an email address, like different email addresses. For example, if you have questions about the platform, you'll be able to contact Lebu directly. If there's a question about something else, you'll be able to contact that person directly to make sure that your queries get addressed timeously. So we'll do that by Tuesday. And then, yes, we've addressed the issue of test being Thursday. I think that's fine. If your hand is about Wednesday, Thursday, the test, please put it down. I think we've addressed that. And then now it's on to the next hand, and I'm hoping it's a different question. Hi, Mngwadisi.
Morning, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I was wondering if it would be possible for some schools to write on Friday, as on Friday we usually get dismissed early, so it's better to write at school when we're dismissed early, and some learners won't miss their transport or parents won't be held up.
Okay, I'm noting that. Ne? I will note that.
Yes.
And then we'll reach out. Yeah, we'll note that. I'm writing down the notes as we speak, so I'll note it and we'll
Okay,
communicate.
thank you.
Okay, the next hand is Atlegang. Hi, Atlegang.
Hi.
Hi, can hear you.
So like I want to know like what kind of questions are we going to face when writing the test so that we can study more about it.
Okay, we'll update the quizzes that the question that they asked about the quiz on the platform. We'll make sure those are updated, and the test will be in a similar format as the quizzes that you'll see. So we'll
Okay.
we'll have the yeah.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Atle. I think it's Sage. I'm not sure. Sage?
Did you train? Studied judo for over 10 years. So what should we do with them? If we just ignore them, none of us did tonight. Find some rope and tie them up.
I don't know if I'm saying the name wrong. Sage.
Can you hear me, ma'am?
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you, but your sound is a bit faint.
Oh, sorry about that. Good morning, everybody. I wanted to ask because if you don't do well in round one, are you gonna ride in round two also, or does it mean after if you did not perform well in round one, then you're eliminated from the competition?
Today, we'll have the final exam.
So, with the yes, it's in phases, Sage. We write the round one online, and then based on the results from the online, the high performing learners are the ones who will then be going to Cape Town, which is going to be very few learners, obviously, as you can see, because we have a high number of sign-ups. So yes, that means only those ones who get to go to the next round. But like I said, we are also trying to find a way to continue like the breeding the interest of the learners who did not make it, but did right. So we are trying to incorporate in the plan of the Olympiads, making sure that we can continue working with the relevant schools that were part of the Olympiad. But yes, you will not be able to move on to the next round, but engagement with us will not be ending there.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thanks. And then I think those are the last hands now. No, we're not going to take it. The hands are growing. I don't know. Let me go to, okay, it's a number.
Hi there. I just have a quick question before I log off. I just have a quick one.
Hi guys.
Will the recording be available?
What? Please, will what? I don't
Well,
hear that, sorry. Sorry, ma'am, please say it again. I couldn't hear you. Hello? I'm not sure if the problem is my side or I couldn't hear the
hi
question.
there. So my question is, will this recording be made available?
Yes, we can make it available. We can share it with
Thank you.
everyone.
As my student was here and due to capacity issues, he has been kicked out.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much. You said it will be made available. Awesome. Thank you.
Is it not streaming as well, Lebo? Is it not streaming for those who couldn't join?
Yeah, so all the overflow is being redirected to YouTube, right? So I think we'll share the link from YouTube once we're done.
Okay. All right, thanks, ma'am. I didn't see your name. I'm sorry, I couldn't even hear anything. Okay. The last questions now is
Question.
yes. Can I go by the list again just quickly? I am on the CM70ZA and the rest.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Okay, my question is with regards to school support. I don't think the school that my
Morning.
kids attend are getting support, or the school will be supporting them. Are you still allowing kids to write the test and attend if they don't have school support?
We definitely need school support in that when we are currently engaging with SASTA and the Department of Education to work out who exactly is accompanying the learners. So it will be a
Oh,
direct from them because I mean this is for test, right? Testing on the online test is fine. I
yeah.
think
The
online
online
test,
test might be okay because I can do the test at home with my kids. if the school supports it, then fine. I can always speak to the teachers. It's for the camp and stuff like that. If they move forward.
Yeah, if they move forward for the camp, we cannot host learners without an accompanying adult because they need
Oh,
to have an accompanying adult.
okay.
And
So
so
I will have to get support from the school. All right.
we would also reach out. I think we can, because it will be a few learners who would be selected for camp, we will then engage properly with the respective contacts,
Okay,
right?
good. So
And then
no
get
problem.
the proper support from schools. But we definitely have to make sure the
Okay,
principal
so
and
for
the
the initial
teacher.
test run, there is no requirement for the school support.
Yeah, that's the requirement, I think.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks,
We
Sir.
would also reach out. I think because it will be a few learners with selected them, we will then
Okay.
engage properly with the
The next,
respective.
I can hear myself. I don't even know which one is it. I can mute it. Please mute yourselves.
Okay, so for the initial test run, there is no requirement.
Okay, I'm not sure what the issue is coming from. Thank you. Stanley Bekoe.
Hi,
Yes.
that's me, sorry. Is there like sorry, hello again. Is there a link where what's this? All the materials can be sent or where we can look for the materials because I joined newly recently and I don't know where to find all the study guides and stuff.
Okay, we'll resend that. I think after the meeting, I will send, we have a mailing list. I think you'd notice when we send something, it goes to the mailing list. I'll update the mailing list and resend everything we've sent for those who may have missed the communication previously.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Stanley.
Oh,
All right. All right.
Sorry, ma'am. I wanted to know what the test would be out of and how much one should get to move on to the next round.
The test is out of 50, and to move on to the next round would be the top performing learners, like only the top. If the top is getting, yeah, the top, that's the determination. If
Okay,
if
ma'am.
if there's 100 who got 48 out of 50, and then only 5 got 49 out of 50, would have to choose from the top performers,
I
unfortunately.
see.
Yeah, I think I need to emphasize that it's because of the costs attached to coming to Cape Town. It needs to be strict as far as the numbers are because, like, especially people coming from far, away from Cape Town, it's the consideration of the flight, accommodation, and all of those costs. So it does unfortunately limit how many people we can be able to accommodate for the camp. And that is why it will be strictly based on the top performing learners.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. And then I think we will need to end at 10. So I'll take the last few questions, but at 10 we're ending. I'll take Emma Mutau.
Hi.
Hi, Emma.
I have a question. Someone in the chat asked if the trip is funded.
Yes, the trip is funded.
Okay.
Yes, we'll engage with everyone and with their proper details after selection. But yeah, that's all the details after testing. Flights and accommodation costs will definitely be covered. Okay, I think we will not finish with the hands. What I'm noticing is as soon as I take one hand, more hands come up. So Please write, let's do this. Write all the hands that are up. Can you write in the chat the questions you are raising? And then I'll make sure that in the email that I send, it will be addressing the questions that are asked. I'll save the chat and make sure I go through all the questions asked and address those in the email so that everyone can even have access to it. So please write, get a chance now to write there. The top achievers, I saw another question on asking about top achievers. How are they selected? It will be provincial. It's not from the same school, it's provincial. So if by pure chance the top performers are from the same school, then okay, that works. But when people are coming to camp, trying to make sure there's a group from Gauteng, a group from Free State, a group from Limpopo, and all of that. So yeah. The practical one will be at camp. Like you'll start preparing for it after the online test, but you'll showcase those practical things at camp. So please take this last. I will not end the meeting until 10 a.m. I would like to ask everyone to write down the questions they have. And then, yes, at 10 a.m. we can then close the session. But for now, write the questions down. I'll save the chat promptly at 10 o'clock. Go through all the questions asked and make sure they are addressed in the email to be sent to you. If you do not have any more questions, then feel free to leave the meeting and I'll definitely follow up with the response on email. It's a big number. I think you'd understand. Thank you. Thank you so much for making the time on Saturday morning to attend to this. Like I said, it's a pilot phase. We are working on this for the first time, but we are trying to improve and consulting with like SAIP, SASTA, and everyone else who does these sort of Olympiads. It will get better, definitely, but the intention is that we get started because we realize if we do not start, we will never start. You know, if we kept waiting for perfect conditions, we will never start. So this is just a chance to start and see what we can achieve together. So for teachers especially, please do stay on, and parents as well, please do keep on supporting the program. Well, also when we send feedback forms, please do, like, as much as you can, give that proper feedback because we don't just want it to be a learner and organization program. We want teachers involved, we want parents involved. In the future, we're also trying to make sure we have, astronomers visiting the schools or even have field trips to astronomy sites in the local areas that we are in. And we need parents to be part of the conversation as well. We need teachers to be part of the conversations. So we'll be in touch. We'll share everything, and I would sincerely apologize for for any issues and misunderstandings. We are working on improving. Okay, like I said, if you don't have questions, you're welcome to leave. But if you still wanna write, you can write on the chat. I'm still here. I'll only end the meeting at 10. I'm waiting for people to write and then I'll save the chat.
Excuse me, ma'am.
We'll send the links. Definitely we'll send the links for those who missed it. I'll emphasize that we'll send them. Yes, there's someone else was saying something.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask, in the group that I'm in, they're asking if you wrote notes and, like, let's say you wrote them on a piece of paper and now you have to go write the test. Maybe we end up writing it at school. Do we still get to keep the notes while writing the test? No.
That's an interesting question. Can you please write that down? I need to check. I don't want to answer now. Like, please write it. I think it's a very important question. Please write it down.
Okay, ma'am.
And then there's someone who asked, are parents allowed? We are not covering costs for parents. If a parent wants to come, they would need to cover their own costs because we are trying to work with schools as well as like the department. Like I said, it will either be the teacher accompanying the learners or it would be the like a representative from the Department of Education, like the district, the local district. So we'll have to finalize that. It may be different for the different provinces. But for parents, if the parents do want to come as well, they would need to cover their own costs.
Ma'am, sorry for disturbing you. I would like to ask something. It's not related with what we discussed today. Um, on the list that I sent, the Excel spreadsheet that I sent, some of the learners didn't write their ID numbers. They forgot to write their ID numbers. So can I check with you? Can I kindly please go back, get their ID numbers, and then will I still be able to send it back to you? That's my question.
Yes, you can send it back, but just make sure you upload it on that link, ne? The link that is provided. It's easier to track when things are uploaded there. I think what we realized is other people were not uploading on the link and they send an email. And it's so many people, it's difficult to track every email received, especially with the attachments. But if you make sure you post it on the link, then yes, we can get to get the so please do upload on the link. Then again, I'll resend every information for those who may have missed something to everyone when I have it will be a long email, so please be ready to read because we'll be answering a lot of the questions asked here as well. And yeah, every other previous communicated information. Thanks, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hi, ma'am. Can I quickly ask?
Okay, you have 4
Okay,
minutes left.
it's a request that when you send communication, can you please make it timelessly since the 27th is a Thursday, so that we can communicate with parents to make proper arrangements for learners and
Yes, I
transport
agree.
arrangements.
Yes, I'll definitely do that as soon as possible. I understand, and apologies for that, but we
Okay,
will.
thank you so much.
The email, someone is asking where will the email be sent? The email will be sent to the list the same way you've received the link to this meeting. That's how we will email it. I think when people signed up, we have the contacts there. Vivo is asking about how travel to camp. That will be communicated with the people who make it through to the next round. I promise you, we will definitely communicate and make the necessary arrangements with everyone who will be coming to camp about how the arrangements would be like. Someone is asking for about a mascot for Sansa. So Sansa is not part of this Olympiad, but I know about that competition. So please do participate. I think it's cool. It's a great opportunity to also be exposed to space sciences. In the future, with this Olympiad program, we will also try and involve the space sciences and Sansa. But for now, yes, definitely get involved as much as you can in all these programs that are there. And yeah, just get that exposure. But do participate in that uh competition.
Can I ask a question?
It's 2 minutes left now. Yeah, you can ideally write it there, but okay, ask at promptly 10 o'clock. I'm just saying goodbye, everyone. Yeah. So if you haven't written it, it won't be answered.
Miss, are there any platforms whereby you can get information like WhatsApp channel or WhatsApp group channel, something like that, in order to get fast information about
Okay, that's
the?
a good point. We had not created a WhatsApp group or WhatsApp channel. We'll give it a thought. I'm noting that. We'll see. I'll communicate.
Thank you.
Okay. Someone is asking if they make it to the next round, but they can't attend due to an emergency. Then, I mean, an emergency is an emergency. We would understand. But ideally, that would mean someone else could have gone in your place and wouldn't be able to go. So that's really the downside of this. But we'll talk, colleagues, we'll talk and see. Obviously, emergencies happen and people need to prioritize those in their lives. But we do need serious commitment for people who will make it to the next round because also costs are associated with this. We'll be making bookings for people for flights, for example, And so if someone suddenly is not going anymore, it means someone could have gone in their place and won't go, and then there'd be funds wasted. But if obviously it's an emergency, then there's nothing we can do about it, and you'd have to attend to that. But yes, we'll communicate. We'll communicate with all of you. I really did promise I will go through the questions and I'll answer the questions and yeah. So you have no time left now to ask to write on the chat. I'll give you just 2 minutes. Write on the chat. I'm quiet now. I'm quiet, not speaking anymore. If you still have anything pressing, write on the chat.
Everyone did
Okay, goodbye everyone. Have a lovely weekend. We will be in
Same
touch.
to you. Bye.
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 Can I
Bye.
ask a question? Can I ask a
Bye
question?
bye.
Bye
Question, please.
bye.
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 Bye. I'm
Bye.
from one to be. Bye.
Cape Town is
Bye.
calling us. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Have a lovely weekend.
Bye bye.